So I'm seeing a lot of losses take place for real in celebrity news. Right now, just a few minutes ago, I saw that John Amos passed away. John Amos, aka James Evans from Good Times, Cleo Mcdowell, from Coming to America, and a host of other television shows and movies and everything like that. But I remember John Amos as James Evans for real, and that role he played was pivotal for the portrayal of black men on television. Y'all know I'm born in 1993, so when Good Times was out and on TV, I was not even thought about, right? But when I saw, because I would watch Good Times with like my dad and my mom and my sisters and stuff. I told y'all my grandma hated Good Times. She hated it because she didn't like J.J. Evans shucking and jiving. She used to be like, go watch JJ. She did not. My grandmother, God rest her soul, she did not like that dynamite shucking and jiving type stuff. Because my grandmother was from the rural South, rural Mississippi, and she saw how black people were depicted on television, and she didn't like JJ's portrayal. But when it came to James Evans was the epitome of black fatherhood. He was a man's man all the way through and through, but he was there for his children at every turn and every step of the way, willing to take on any job necessary to provide. He loved on his wife. We didn't see him cheating on Florida Evans or having outside children, anything like that. He was there, but he was present, and he was always rooting for his children to succeed, always congratulating them, being proud of them, etc. He was there to be the disciplinarian when necessary, right? And he had no ill feelings about being a disciplinarian, right? But he kept structure in the household, and administered love to not only his children but his wife, his whole family. And you felt it, and that's why I love that character so much. My father reminds me of a James Evans type. My dad was a man's man through and through. He didn't. My dad don't play no games at all. Never did. From when I was a kid on to now, right? But always present for his children, for his family. Always doing whatever he got to do to take care of the family for real. I remember when I was getting ready to go to college. Man, my dad was working his butt off to make sure I had everything necessary when I went to school. All of my supplies, even the truck, the van, and everything necessary to take me down to Mississippi, because I'm in Chicago. I'm born and raised Chicago, Illinois, South Side. My dad did everything possible to make sure I could get down to Mississippi safely with everything that I needed. And James Evans was that type of man. And yeah, it's crazy, man. Some individuals you feel like would live for a long time, forever. It's kind of like when Michael Jackson died so suddenly. That was just so crazy, because it's like you never picture. Everybody has to go. We not gonna live forever. But yeah, man. I'm like, man, wow. James Evans passed away. This is crazy. I just saw who else just passed away? Dikembe Mutombo, Pete Rose, James Earl Jones just passed away as well. And so you just been a lot of just celebrity deaths. These individuals have lived long, abundant lives though. And they've done their deed while they've been on this earth. And that's all that you can ask a person to do, to live in their purpose and to love on the people that they should be loving on, man. But yeah, man, it's so crazy because we just saw the Coming to America too. And luckily, James Earl Jones, who ended up passing away in the movie, but in the movie, he ended up passing away. But they both were alive. James Earl Jones and also John Amos were alive to get that sequel, to have that sequel be done, man. But we lost them in probably like in a few weeks, a month apart from each other, maybe. James Earl Jones and John Amos. But yeah, John Amos, man, a man's man through and through, stern disciplinarian father, but it was always in love. And you had no doubt that he loved his family and his children. And I always want to give a shout out to Esther Roll. Esther Roll died, I believe, in like 2001, 2002, around that time. But John, the character of James Evans, was only included on the show because she insisted on having a husband. She like, I need a husband on this show. I'm not going to be a single mother taking care of these kids in the projects. I need a husband. I need a whole family unit. I need a man in the house with me. and they picked John Amos to be their man. Now, John Amos was killed off of the show after he had complaints that my grandmother had about the show. Why is the show just focusing on JJ's dynamite and shucking and jiving? What happened to my son, who's a black militant, who, you know, is what I think Michael wanted to be a lawyer? And where is the focus on Thelma, his other children, and their family unit and their career goals, etc.? And when he voiced his frustration with the portrayal of just having JJ shucking and jiving and doing that stuff, and kind of like making the kids, not his other two children, the center of the show as well, kind of pushing them to the back. When he voiced his frustration with that, Norman Lear basically fired him and, you know, killed him off of the show. So, and, you know, after finding out certain things I found out about Norman Lear and getting the show from, what's my man name? Godly. What is the brother's name from Chicago, man? It's escaping my mind. Y'all can leave the comments in the comment section, because I made a video about the whole situation and I forgot. Eric Monte. Like, all these different shows being his idea and Norman Lear like taking it and running with it. You know what I mean? But anyway, man, John Amos standing up and saying, yo, we can't just show JJ doing this dynamite stuff all day long. We need to focus on other things. And, you know, need to focus on my other children and black kids being upright and all of that too. Focus on that too, not just the comedic relief and dynamite all the time, you know. And that speaks to who he is who John Amos was as a man, and also him being true to his character on the show. Because James Evans would have been like, hey, cut all that out now, Junior. That's what he called JJ. Junior, cut all that out, Junior. We ain't doing all that. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, man. But it's definitely sad. Like I said, you know, these actors and actresses, they've lived a long life. But at the same time, we felt connected to these individuals through these television shows that we watch, oftentimes with our families. Like I said, my grandmother didn't like the show, but I watched it with my dad, my siblings. You know what I mean? And it also was like a comfort show for me when I was in college, watching it on YouTube and things like that, you know? So, yeah, man, it shocked me, though, because I saw damn. I saw that trending. Even when Florida Evans dropped them dishes after James died and all of that. And I'm like, what is this? And then I seen that John Amos has passed away, man. But rest in peace to John Amos. My condolences to his family, his friends, people that knew him, and everything like that. And we will never forget the iconic television roles that he played. And my favorite role of James Evans Sr. Strong black man willing to ride it out with his family at all costs. Machiavelli Mills TV. Y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm out. Peace.